We have this kind of camera. Oh, we have already some people here. Okay. I was wondering if I can change the camera to my phone. Doesn't seem like it. Whatever. We'll start like this then. Hello. We have the first comment here. To be honest, this is the first live, so I'm not really sure it's gonna be very serious. I want to have more like a light session. We can talk a little bit more about, building personal brand on YouTube or any other social media, and of course, just spend a little bit more time together here. So yeah, nothing very difficult, nothing very scary or fancy. um, so yeah, that will be it. What I will be sharing today. Mm, Let me just quickly share one post on X and then I will come back to you. So here we go. Here we have the post, and here is the second one on school as well. Okay. We have a few people here. I really wonder what it looks like on the other end. So how it looks like on YouTube. Maybe I should check it out actually. Wait, let me just open it on another account. How are you doing, Light? I don't know what is your name, but you wrote the comment. So how are you doing? Great. Okay. Doesn't look like that bad. Great. So if you are doing great, I'm great too. It's great to hear it. We have 8 likes. 2 people are watching at this point. An e-commerce niche. Okay. Are you building your brand on YouTube, or is it Instagram, or maybe school? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, should be okay. Okay, so like uh, you are asking how to get your first 100 followers on YouTube in the e-commerce niche, and if you should focus first on sharing knowledge or building community based on the same interest. Um, that's a good question. I think it will be better to share my screen and explain it in that way. So share, we can do window, maybe we can do This one, for example. Okay. Okay, you can see my screen. That's great. So you're asking how to get your first followers. So on YouTube, actually, it will be subscribers, but it can be followers as well. So we can just have like a common idea on how to do it. So let's say the first 100, right? Oops. The first 100. Okay, so first 100, let's say subscribers, or it might be also followers. So this is probably the most difficult part, and most people get it wrong. Most people try to, try to build brand first, and then they try to sell later. In my opinion, this wastes a lot of time. Let me just see. You're asking about knowledge or building community. I would say you should start taking people off the platform as quickly as possible. So let's say right now you can have 0 followers, subscribers, whatever, or even let's say 100, or even let's say 1,000. It doesn't really matter how many. You need to get these people off the platform as soon as you can. So even if it's, let's say you have 10 followers, you share, let's say, knowledge, tips, whatever you share, whatever is working on your in your niche. Still, you need to have something that you're promoting. In many cases, when you're just getting started, you want to build your email list. So then, in your, let's say, description, in your captions, whatever, you have a way to join your newsletter, or it might be also your community. In many cases, it's easier when you just start with newsletter. It's also cheaper, but community gives you a little bit. I'd say it gives you advantage over newsletter. Newsletter is great for selling. So if you want to sell fast, you should build newsletter fast. If you want to build something that is compounding, so let's say YouTube is a platform that is compounding over time, right? So YouTube is compounding. If you want to build something like that, then you should go immediately from YouTube to school, right? And then you build a community there. On the other hand, you can also do one more thing. So let's say you can start on school, but not with your own community, but by providing value in other communities. This is what I do right now, and it works quite well because on school, the traffic is already there, right? People are already there. You don't need to take them from YouTube. They're already in those communities. So what you can do, you can start posting value in those communities, and get people into, let's say, into conversations with you, so you can start DMing them, or eventually when you start a community on school, then they can join automatically to your community without you promoting anything. In a matter of fact, I did something like that myself. So as you already know, before my community on school, it was paid. So I had free trial, so it was free for 7 days, and after that people are paying $29 per month, right? Right now, my community is entirely free with optional upgrade to paid member if you would like to get more value and more resources. But before it was paid, right? So what I did, I had this 7-day free trial, and I was just commenting. So I was providing value in other communities, just providing value. I was commenting. People had questions. I was just answering all these questions, and it was pretty much everything what I was doing. And this does two things for you. If you have this community already, of course, you will build it. And then you also build your reputation, your branding. When people see on community, when people see your profile, and they see that, for example, you are on a 5th level in this community, they will trust you more. So the game here is not really to be salesy or to DM random people, but to just show people that you know what you're talking about. Sometimes people will share free value, sometimes they will share insights. So it really depends on you. I like to share insights because insights get you better quality clients, right? Or leads as well. If you are just screaming to everyone, get free value, get free this, get free that, then you will get people that are expecting to get things for free, right? And this is not a problem. Everyone has some expectations, But if you want to run a business, not only be a creator, but actually run a business, you need to have people in your audience that actually want to pay for stuff. So this is why I don't really like to share free things anymore. I was sharing a lot of free things on my YouTube channel, and right now my YouTube channel is like what 24,000 subscribers, and it was growing quite well. But still, most of people there are not really buying anything, right? So they don't want to invest in a solutions to get them to the next level because they didn't come here to get to solve their problems in the first place. So what I would say is start with in any niche you can you mentioned e-commerce, but it doesn't really matter if you start e-commerce. It might be investing, it might be weight loss, whatever that is. You just start with at least a simple funnel where you have your content. Let's say you have your content on YouTube and you're talking about e-commerce in this case, right? Then you take these people into, let's say, your newsletter. So let's say newsletter, and there you nurture them. So here you can share more value, more insights, and occasionally you send promotions. So I would say every 2 to 3 weeks, you should have at least one promotion. So what I do, I try to promote my workshops, right? So my workshops are paid, and people can get ticket either by buying one ticket, so they pay more, or they can buy also a subscription. A subscription is way cheaper, of course. It's around 70% cheaper, and they will get access to all workshops that I will be running on a monthly basis. And then when you have a good offer, so this is a good offer that is basically building my brand and building my system, right? Then you don't really need a lot of people. So this 100 first subscribers or followers, this will take a lot of time anyway. So that's why you shouldn't wait to monetize them. You should monetize them as soon as you can. And obviously, if you're in a business space, so e-commerce is still business space, these channels, they don't grow that easily. The same what I was recording before. Before I was recording strictly about business, and I had a lot of videos like this one. I was just showing my report, and people could just follow, right? So it took me maybe 30 videos to, let's say, get to 1,000 subscribers or whatever. Um, so and I didn't promote anything during this time. So I wasted a lot of time. That's why I say you should start, taking people off the platform as soon as possible, because then you can spend, let's say, 1 or even 2 years on posting educational content or sharing value, but you're making zero money from it, right? And obviously, we are not here just to share content. We are here to make money. I mean, most of us at least. um, So it will be just way easier if you just start, share value on YouTube so people see that you know what you're talking about, and then you build other stuff, right? So even let's say during this first year on YouTube or Instagram, whatever, you make only, let's say, $300 per month, right? It's still more because it's, let's say, $300 per month, but after 1 year, you will have over 1,000, right? Or even more, let's say 3,000. So this is a big difference. Like you have zero versus, let's say, even $4,000 or $5,000 if you just keep promoting stuff every now and then. And obviously, you will not look like all these big gurus. They say like they post one video and they get like $10,000 or $20,000. But this is not the point. If you don't start right now, you will not get there in the future, right? So, in my opinion, it's much better to make during your first year, let's say 5K, and of course AdSense and other things if you qualify for monetization, rather than just make $0, right? So this is pretty much it, and this is all about just doing all the work. So share whatever works for other creators. If you are in e-commerce space, it might be, for example, how to get more sales without hiring new people or without Facebook ads, because Facebook ads is quite big for e-commerce, or with Google ads. My friend is actually quite good with Google ads, and he's getting quite a lot of sales with Google ads for e-commerce. So you just need to, if you know your industry, you will not run out of topics. You always have something to talk about. but just you need to take people off the platform as soon as possible. And it doesn't matter what platform it is. It might be Instagram, X, whatever. For example, right now I am very bullish on X. I always liked X, but I've never had a very strong presence there. So for me, those two main platforms are actually YouTube and X, right? And X is great because, well, you can just write, two lines of text, and this post can already get you some leads on your newsletter or maybe in your school community. So this is how I see it. Just it will take time, so you need to be ready for it. Maybe it will take you even 1 year to get your first 100 subscribers, and then 1 month to get to 1,000, right? So that's why it's so important to get these people into your ecosystem, so they have a chance to buy, right? So school is like marketplace, just with knowledge. Yeah, school is a platform where I would say it's very similar to Facebook, but in this way that you have communities, like you have also groups on Facebook. So I would say school is like this part of Facebook where you have only groups where you can join. It works pretty much the same, I would say. So on Facebook, you have, I don't know, groups about many different things about cooking. It might be business. It might be, how people are buying or selling stuff on these groups. So this is pretty much how it works on Facebook, and this I would say school is is the same idea, just on a different platform, right? Um, this is how I would compare it. In my opinion, the quality of prospects is just higher on school, and there is less bots there. There is not that many automations, so it's easier to stand out. When I was trying to get people to buy stuff on Facebook and on those groups, sometimes it was quite difficult. There was already a lot of people that was all trying to sell one to another. So this is, in my opinion, the difference between Facebook and school. So in a nutshell, it can be described as a marketplace uh, where people are just sharing their knowledge in many groups. Okay, so that was the first question. How to get to your, let's say, first 100 followers. And I would say it's very important also to get the right framework or the right routine to get there. Because I know if you didn't get used to posting a lot of content, or you are not content creator yet, but you're just getting started with all these systems, it might be tough to figure out how much to post, where to post, what is the time to post, stuff like that. And it also takes time to find what works the best, because of course you can post, let's say, 10 videos per day, but is it really worth it? Probably not. Or it might be worth it more maybe on Instagram, right? Or maybe on TikTok. Who knows? I'm not there. I'm not using these platforms, but possibly. But you need certain volume. And I believe what is the perfect solution for it is actually, or let's say the perfect balance is a system you can implement in 1 hour, really. So let me just share another screen. It's not ready yet, but I can just show you the general idea. Okay, you can see my screen. So what I believe is true is that you need to have a routine that you follow every single day, and this routine should be easy to maintain and will get you results, right? What I found is working the best in any niche is exactly this routine here. So you have 20 minutes for a few different tasks. So you have 20 minutes for writing. Let me get my pen. You get 20 minutes for writing. You have 20 minutes for attracting or improving your system. And then you have 20 minutes for making offers. In my opinion, this is the most efficient way to grow any business from zero to even making, let's say, $10,000 per month or even more. Because the truth is, you don't need to be present on YouTube, on X, school, whatever, 24/7. You just need to do your tasks strategically. So let's start with writing. This is, in my opinion, very important because writing is a fundamental for everything. If you record YouTube videos, you need to write it. If you post anything to your newsletter, you're writing. If you are, selling anything to people, you need to first write, the idea, whatever you have. So that's why the first 20 minutes of a day, or let's say your working day, should be actually to write. And in my opinion, the best workflow is to start from the most difficult part, which is actually email. So you should have your newsletter anyway. Even if you have school, it's good to have your email, newsletter anyway. So you start from here, this place. You write your email, and if you know your niche, you know what you're doing, it will take you probably around 10 minutes to write. Then you take this, and the same thing you can just post on your school, right? So this will take you probably like 2 minutes or so. Now, this is first part of this equation. The next part is just writing posts on other social media. So if you want to create, posts on Instagram, it can be on Instagram. For me, it's Twitter or X. So then I take the same information here and I create 5 posts for my X page. So I have 5 posts, right? And this, in my opinion, is something that you have to do daily. You cannot skip it. It will compound what you are doing over time. So you need to do it. How to do it, I will not describe it today, but if you would like to discover it, there will be a link in the description where you can find more information about it. But we start from writing. So we write for 20 minutes. Email is first 10 minutes. Based on this email, we create school post. And based on this email as well, we create our 5 posts, for example, on X. Or if you have Instagram or Facebook, you can do the same. You don't need to even create those fancy videos with so many transitions, because we are not here for vanity metrics for subscribers. We are here for impact and for clients, right? We want to get clients there. Okay, we have one question where to find ideas for your topics, right? Okay, I'll explain it in a second. So here we have, let's see, I will write here topic ideas. I'll explain this in a second. So this is how we start. We write first, and then from writing, we can go to attraction. But to attract, we need to find those topic ideas. So where to find them? If you are on YouTube, usually what I do, I will just check what is on the homepage. So first we have homepage, and if you are interested in certain niches, you will see videos that are performing well in this niche, right? So other creators will create certain content. You can find those ideas there. This is one way. The second way is to use other platforms. I'm right now creating on X, so I can find ideas there, something that was working well for people, and I can create a whole video about it. It's really about checking what is working for other people, or if you're experiencing your niche, you can just talk about your own experiences. For example, what I believe is the best topic idea ever, or the best way of creating content, is just to document what you're doing daily. So you can just document what you do. So let's do it like that, and then we say document. I don't watch this channel anymore, but I remember it was around 3 or 4 years ago when I was selling portraits. So it was print-on-demand store, but still we can consider it as e-commerce. There was one guy, he was based in Sweden. He was just recording daily videos. They were quite short, between 3 to 7 minutes long, really. And he was only talking about what he's doing today, what was a struggle today, what was successful, what was working, what wasn't working. And this guy, because he was documenting, he went from, let's say, 0 subscribers to around 700 in, I believe it was like 2 months or so. So let's say in 2 months. So this is super great. In my opinion, it's just great result. My own channel was growing much slower. Obviously, I wasn't recording that many videos because I got from on this channel, on the channel that you're watching right now, I went from zero to over 1,700 subscribers with just one video. But still, it took some time. It wasn't 2 months. So he was outperforming me because he was doing it just more consistently than me. So he was documenting and he was upfront about what is happening. He wasn't saying, "Oh, I'm super cool expert. I'm just like you. I'm getting started. I tried to make it work. You can follow my steps, right?" And he made it work actually. I believe in these 2 or 3 months, he started making around $5,000 per month with his e-commerce store. Um, I'm not really sure about the exact number. I believe it was something around this number. And then people started asking this guy about coaching, right? So as you can see, in 2 months, you can build your brand, start from zero, and start getting clients if you know what you're talking about, or if you're just documenting the whole journey, right? Um, and you just tell about your struggles, and that's it. People will value this more than your testimonials. This is actually quite funny because if they see that something is working for you, so and you have proof for it, so you have, let's say, screenshots, they see that your channel is growing, if you're talking about growing your channel, whatever, and they see it works, then you don't really need testimonials because you are your own testimonial and the best quality one. um, and they will believe it. They will just see it by themselves, so they see that you're starting from somewhere and that you're getting better, and there is nothing better than that, right? So that's why I would say documenting whatever you do daily is the best way to find your content ideas, because it's pretty much no brainer. You are not chasing trends. You are not chasing all this fancy stuff. You just document what you're doing daily, and because of that, it's not very flashy. So people that are not really interested to make it work, they will not watch you. So immediately, because you document, you remove all the freebie hunters. I know my handwriting is great. I know you love it. So you remove all these freebie hunters. You have no problems with them anymore, and you only attract people that are ready to pay. And in my opinion, this is much better. I would rather have 100 people that are ready to pay, for example, $100, than to have 100,000 followers that are not willing to spend any money with me, right? We are here to do business, not just to look great and attract followers. Okay, so let me know, style, if this answer your questions or it's not clear. Okay, cool. um, so let's talk about the next part. First, we write. So first part of the equation is already done. Now, how we attract. So in this writing, if you have this fundamental message, this email here, we can also attract people. So I would say, if let's say you have one email, then you should have like a postscriptum or just call to action to do certain thing. And you're not selling, let's say, every offer or like new offer every single day. We don't have time for it. You just want to sell. You have one more core solution, core offer, we can say. So let's say here is your offer. It might be coaching, it might be done for you service, it might be course. It doesn't really matter. Here is your main solution. Let's say you charge for $2,000, right? Let's say this is just an example. Now, if you want to attract people, you should give them a taste of the medicine. So you want to take this part here and give it to them for a discounted price or for a very cheap price. So it might be, for example, I do it as well, something for $7. But to make it viable, it shouldn't be information. It should be something that they can implement right away. So what works well? Usually templates. It might be kit or like kits. It might be tools. It might be some custom GPTs. So for example, if you know how to create custom GPTs in ChatGPT, you can create something like that, and if it's really helpful, people will pay $7 because $7 is what? It's just price of a burger, price of a coffee. And then you have a few bits like that. So let's say you have 3 bits like that. You don't need more. Let's say 3 bits, and all of them you are promoting from time to time, and they are always on a limited time for them to buy. So for example, when you offer them, if it's workshop, like for example, I promote live workshops. I charge 100. Oh, not zero. I charge $100 per ticket, right? And people can get these tickets only when I'm promoting them. So if, let's say, the workshop will be happening in 2 weeks, so let's say in 14 days, and they don't get the ticket, then it's gone. Then they cannot attend the workshop, and possibly they will lose also value and all other templates that I'm offering. With stuff like this, for example, you can have all these bits, and then let's say you charge for this bit $49 normally, but during this promotion, you can charge, for example, 7 if you don't want to have like live sessions, because live sessions are also painful sometimes. But I like having live sessions, so for me it's fine. You don't want to have anything live, so let's say normally you sell these beats for $49, and every 2 to 3 weeks you give them discount. So right now you can get it for $7. And I know it doesn't seem a lot, but the truth is, if people don't pay you, it's very difficult to get them from zero to, let's say, $2,000 product. If they buy something like that for $7 and they see that it's viable, they feel good about this purchase, then they'll be more likely to buy something more expensive from you. And you are also getting higher quality leads into your newsletter as well, right? Because all these people are expecting to get everything for free. They will leave naturally. They will leave because they are not getting anything. And this also happened on my school community. I had more members, and there was a lot of people that were just looking for free stuff. What I did, I just started selling more. I started promoting, let's say, all those workshops, and I will also try to convert people into premium members. And I saw that some people left. I'm like, okay, it's fine. You don't need to be here if it's not a place for you. You don't want to take action. You don't want to sell anything, or you don't want to grow your business, but you're just, like spending time with me or whatever was the reason. It's fine. But we are making money here. We are here for success. If people just like to spend time with me, YouTube is perfect place for it, because I record videos. We are here. There is a comment section. There are these lives right now. So this is where a place for them. But if they won't take action and they actually want to improve things, then the community is their golden ticket, right? And this is why I charge for stuff, because I want to have these people around me. It's better for me. It's easier for me to grow as a person. I don't only mean money, but as a person. If you have more people that are, serious around you, then you'll be also more serious about your business. And sometimes you will help them. Sometimes they will help you. Sometimes you have some, strategical, some good partnerships with these people. So that's why I believe in quality, not necessarily quantity. Do we have any more questions? Okay, so far everything is clear. So this is how we attract people. We give them these small bits, and in every post that you're writing, you should try to implement a little bit of this attraction part. What I do with X, I just try to add at least one post that has a strong call to action. So for example, there is a post. Let me see if I have post from today, so I can show you what I'm doing. Okay, here is the post from today. So I can just paste it here. So this is the post from X that I just posted a few minutes ago. I believe at 3 p.m. I posted it. So on X, I offer done for you services for people that already know how to sell, but they just want to get more, appointments. So I just do what I was doing before with my marketing agency. Um, this is one of the posts that you should be doing during the day where you have certain call to action. Here I just have let's chat. Oops. Here I have let's chat. And here is what is really working. So I don't show them how to do it. I just show them what what is working and how and what are you actually getting from it. So this is what works on X. You post 3 times per day, you engage with people, you reply to comment, and then you have your inbound system, right? So these are all components that make it you can can make you successful on X. And from the system, you'll get pre-sold leads, book calls, and zero risk, right? So it really depends where you are and who you want to help. On school, this offer wouldn't work at all. School is completely different environment, and it wouldn't work. Offer like that would work on X, would work with cold email, maybe Instagram as well. So let's say email, stuff like that. Um, and I'm not selling knowledge on X, although I might consider selling knowledge later. But this is what I promote right now. Since my X account is new, what I need right now is proof. That's why I deliver done for you services. This is the best way how to get started. You deliver service for a client, they are happy, you have money, they have money, everyone is successful, and then you start turning your knowledge or your service into uh, a product. This is how I usually start. So that's why on YouTube I don't promote any more, done for you services. It's more about selling stuff that you can implement by yourself. But because my X account is fresh, I do done for you services. So this is what you want to do. You want to promote stuff or like attract people. You are not really salesy here, and obviously the post like that will not get that many likes as post that is designed for growth. But this is what will get you actually results. And at this point on X, I have maybe like 400 followers, something like that, and I still am getting between 1 to 4 leads per day. So even with small account, as you can see, you can make it work. You can still get your leads, right? And this is why you need to attract people every single day. Even if you don't have a product that is ready, at least have a newsletter where you can, contact them later. This is what I call the attraction. And then making offers. So, it's kind of the same thing, but just inside of your newsletter or your school community. So you're attracting with things like that, or just adding call to action. Or for example, if you have email and you're not promoting anything in the email, you're just sharing value. At the end of the email, as I said, you can just add postscriptum, and you can say something like that. If you would like to speed up the whole process, or get clients faster, whatever, make sure to click this link and join my community, or something like that. And that's it. Now, this was attraction, and this is then the next part is actually making offers. And making offers is something like this you see here, but inside of your newsletter or community. So this is not very complicated. It just comes down to actually doing the job and staying consistent. This is all you need. This is only 60 minutes per day to get your results. So even if you have a job right now, or you have other business and you cannot just leave it, obviously you cannot leave it, and I understand that. This is what you can build on a side, and even you will take 1 year to build a successful business, or even a few years. If you don't need to invest any money, or if you don't need to uh, rely on very expensive software or whatever, you can just build your business on a side where your main income is, for example, your 9 to 5. In my opinion, is worth it, because some people, they will try to build a business in, let's say, 1 year, and they will get to nowhere, and they will quit. Why? Because, for example, it might be expensive, or it might be that they don't see any results, or because they don't send these offers, they don't do all these things that I explained here. This is actually a big one. If I would, for example, run a business for a whole year, we have 12 months, right? And I wouldn't see any money coming from this business into my pocket, so I have nothing, I would quit it. I'll probably quit this business in 2 or 3 months top. I don't think I can stick with one business for longer than 3 months without any results. So this is why it's so important. Even if from all these activities that I just mentioned here, you get 1 lead per day or even 1 lead per week. This is enough. One right now, let's say on day 0. So let's say when you're just getting started, it's let's say day 1, you have no leads, right? Let's say on day 10, if you implement this, you have, for example, 5 leads. But on a day, let's say 100, you will not have, let's say 50, but you have, let's say 500 leads. This is all compounding. That's why it's so crucial to do all these things daily. It doesn't really matter if you have 10 followers, 1 follower, 100 or 10,000 followers. If you never sell to your audience, you will never make money. And even if you start selling to them, let's say, okay, some people say, let me first build my channel so I get better engagement, and then I will start selling. Okay. So let's say you have 1,000 subscribers, or even let's say make it more. Let's say you have 10,000. You never sold to them, so you don't even know if they will ever buy anything from you. And you wasted, for example, let's say 2 years to build this audience. Now, when you start selling, it will still take you at least a few promotions to make them convert. That's why, for example, my first workshop that I was running, I was selling, again, as I mentioned, for this $100. I sold only, I believe it's 4 or 5 tickets, something like that, in total. So it was also with recordings and, replays after the workshop. Even though I have 24,000 subscribers on YouTube, I only sold 4 tickets, right? Because this is something I wasn't promoting to this audience whatsoever. I was only relying on AdSense and sponsorships, and all these people on my YouTube were just, watching my content. So I'm a perfect proof of that if you build an audience and you don't promote anything to them, you might probably lose some time. And I know people that can easily sell 4 or 5 tickets with only, like, let's say 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So this is, in my opinion, the game changer. Instead of building a channel for 2 years and promoting to them and they don't buy, you can start monetizing even from today. This is a big difference. Okay, so this is overall what I wanted to talk about today. I didn't expect to talk for that long time, but maybe you have some more questions. Yeah, that's true. What you mentioned, Light, the worst one, if you get some results and still not getting a huge market share to earn good. Yeah, this is the worst part, but this is a part of every business, right? If you just if you are just getting started and you do all these promotions, and I know it feels terrible, right? Even right now, I feel sometimes bad when I have 24,000 subscribers here. I have 1,000 people on my newsletter, and I still struggle to sell, a few tickets on my workshop. So it feels really bad. But if you don't start, and you don't have these tough periods where it just sucks, it will not get better. Every business is like that. Just look at Apple, Coca-Cola, whatever, any of these big businesses. Usually the first 1 year is usually tough, and let's say after 2 years people pay you for literally anything you do because you start monetizing, right? Yeah, beginning is the worst. For sure it is. So yeah, we just need to get through it, and I believe it's just better to get through it if you get paid for what you do, right? So even as you said, you are not getting that great money for whatever you're doing when you're just getting started. You still want to get some money. Even $10 is always more motivating than 100 subscribers, or at least for me. 100 subscribers is cool, it's nice, but eventually I will not pay my rent or my bills, showing how many subscribers I have, right? So it's always better to make some money than nothing, no money whatsoever. Do you have okay, so that's true. It's always good to have some support, and it helps you speed up the whole process. Um, that's why I share all these insights, and there are two ways how people can use it. So the first way is, of course, there are two links in the description below this live. There's one link to my community, and there is another link to my newsletter. Both of these places are free, and I'm sharing insights there. So I will not share, step by step how to do stuff, but I will show you how to speed up the whole process. And then if you or someone else who is watching this, if you want to take it to the next level, you will have an option to do so. So this is how you will see that I'm not only talking about this stuff, but I also implement them by myself. So if you would like to, get some additional feedback, more help, there are those two links that you can use and get more guidance and clear path forward. It's not bad. We have two people watching right now, 10 likes, which is not bad. I would say for the first live is not a bad result. And as you can see, the same thing is happening right now. So because I wasn't doing lives like that, people are not really bothering to come. But if I do more of them, people start joining. There'll be more and more of them. Do I need to be active on your school to be there? I mean, you don't have to be active to be there. You can just join and see what is going on. There's a lot of people. I think at this point, my school community grew to 270 people there. Most of these people usually just watch my content, they like posts, but they are not really commenting or doing stuff. They are just consuming the information, and some of them are joining workshops as well. So you don't need to be active if you just want to see what is going on. If you want to create your own community, then probably it will change, right? Because then you will want to be active to get some traction to your own community, right? But if you are just watching, you don't really have to be very active. This is a place where you see what it looks like inside. You see it behind the scenes. When I try to build something, and sometimes it works because I'm also documenting, and sometimes it doesn't, right? And then I share my experience, how it works, or what is the best way how to implement certain stuff. I see we have two more people here. That's good. Anyway, I will try to make more lives like that. Uh, yeah, maybe. That's, but it sounds funny, but it's like you have those channels or on YouTube where people show you magic, and there is another channel that shows you how this magic really works, and then you see that it's not really that much of a magic. It's just certain things that you need to do, and it looks like at some point it will look like wow, it's great. But yeah, this is a nice comparison. Thank you for that. Um, so yeah, that will be it. Oh, I know. I wanted to ask, what is the best day for you for this kind of lives? I'm not sure it's Monday, maybe it's weekend, and also the best time for you. Maybe when people are watching this live when it's finished, you can also let me know what is the best day and the best time to have live sessions like that. So then we can find a time that works for not only me but also for other people as well. This is the first live, so I said like, okay, let's do it on Monday. We'll do at this time, and then we'll see how it works. But maybe for some people, other day or other time would work better. So you can let me know if you are here right now. You can let me know in the chat, Or if you are watching a recording of this live session, you can let me know in the comment section below what would be the best day for you and also the best time for you and the time zone as well. Okay, for you, the best time is after 5. What is your time zone? Are you in Europe or are you in America or Asia? Okay, so we have 5 p.m. And is there any specific day that works for you? Should it be Monday or should it be weekend? I'm not really sure how people prefer to spend their weekends. Maybe they don't want to work whatsoever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so for you, it's only after 5 p.m. Or let's say around 5 p.m. Okay. So save it as a feedback for later. Okay, cool. I think I will keep this live until maybe 4 p.m. So we still have a little bit more time. Maybe I should also explain why I try to change this channel a little bit, because I know many people that watch me, they actually came here to learn more about AI tools, about all this new stuff. And I believe AI is cool. And I use a lot of AI tools for my business as well. But I believe AI is just a tool, and I would like to, you know, build something more than just show free or the latest AI tools, right? So this was great for me. It was going viral, but I want to do something more than that. So now we are talking more about business, about building personal brands, uh, building school communities. How many, what actions do you need to do every single day? We'll see, what will be the final format. But I believe just monetizing in general would be the niche that I will be going after right now. So before, again, it was just AI. Now we want to monetize more than just talk about tools. So monetization is our goal. It doesn't matter what is the platform, it doesn't matter where you are. If you want to monetize on YouTube, monetize on school, monetize, coaching business, e-commerce business, whatever that is, this is our goal on this channel right now. And we'll be talking more about monetization. I have 4 people. Nice. I'm quite surprised. And I also wonder, because apparently the monetization on YouTube, or like AdSense, is turned on this live session as well. So what does it look like for you with those ads? Are they really annoying? Because I have no idea if it stops you from seeing all the content, or it's just okay. Is it stopping you from what I mean? When you skip the ad, let's say 5 seconds of the ad, what is happening after? Is like you come back to the point where you left, or you just see a hole and you come back to something that you don't know what it is anymore. Okay. So it means like this, let's say 5 seconds from this live are actually lost, let's say, if there is a break for the ad. All right. So we still have 4 people here, but some people are just uh, staying in the shadow and watching. Yeah, in a matter of year of life, so what means? Yeah. Okay, that's hilarious. Probably. Um, we'll see how we can proceed with that. We'll see how these lives go. This was the first session. I'll probably ask later on the post page what is the best day, so we can find a day that will work for the most people here, so we can have more people here and actually better energy. Because right now we have 3 4 people in this live, and we have 2 people actually speaking, which is still not bad, I would say. But I believe the energy would be better if we would have, let's say, 50 or 100 people. So we'll make it happen sooner or later. But yeah, for now, that's it. We just need to find the best time to have these lives. So if you are watching this video right now, or like you're watching the replay, let me know in the comment section below what is the best day, in your opinion, for this live, for the next live, and what is the best time. We already know that for light in the tunnel. The best time is actually after 5 p.m., and this is based in Europe. So let me know what time zone are you in, what would be the best time for you, and also the best day for you. And then we'll have the next live um, during the time that works best for the most amount of people. But as for this live, I would say we'll finish here. It worked quite well, I would say, as a first go, and so we'll see how it goes in the future. So thank you guys for being here, for all these people that just stayed here, even if you didn't comment anything. It was still nice to have you here. And I will see you in the next one. So take care, guys.